Hi, you guys. I hope you're all doing well. Uh, First of all, welcome to Being Woman with Chhavi, and thank you so much for subscribing. I'm here to chat with you a little more about how I manage my time, and sitting here waiting for you guys to join me. So, please do let me know if there are any questions that you have for me. I hope you saw the video that I posted some time back. Yesterday, actually. I hope you saw the video that I posted yesterday about time management. And I hope that. Hi Daljit, hi Sonal, hi Naina. Uh, आई होप कि आपको कुछ ना कुछ हेल्प ज़रूर मिली होगी मेरे इस वीडियो से. Sorry, I'm just trying to open the chat, open this live over here so that I can read your comments and reply to your comments. Hi guys, hi, thank you so much for subscribing to Being Woman with Chhavi. It's so exciting to meet you face to face on this platform. I mean, we've met a lot of times on SIT and we've met a lot of times on my Facebook page. But Being Woman on Chhavi, it's just so different. I'm getting a very different feeling over here. Hi Maitri, hi Shivani, Sweta Patel, hi Nirjar Saurabh, hi. It's so amazing for you guys to join me here. I hope you can hear me clearly. Oh, thank you so much, Avdhi. How do I manage to be so beautiful? Thank you so much. Sonal Gupta, you want more help as I told you like 9 years and 3 hours, 9 hours and 3 hours of traveling. Okay, not able to manage and getting too stressed, no help at home. 9 hours and 3 hours of traveling. I didn't understand. You spent 3 hours traveling to your workplace, but what do you do? What do you spend 9 hours doing? I'm not being able to understand that. Could you please be a little clearer, Sonal Gupta? Hi, Shruti Chetra. Hi, Naina Pandit, Ritu Asrani, Mansi Chaudhary, Christopher. Hi. Thank you so much, Chetra. Chiluvi Garg. Oh, thank you so much. You like the SIT videos. Thank you. Devlina Mukherjee, please recommend some book about baby or pregnancy. I'm sure I'm going to cover the baby and pregnancy angle in detail because I think it's something that needs a lot of time. Today, I think let's just talk about time management. Thank you so much, guys. You are completely showering me with your compliments. Okay, so Sonal, you have 9 hours of office work and 3 hours of traveling. Okay, and you have a 1.5-year-old baby. I'm wondering why you don't have any help with family. I also want to know what your husband does. I want to know what your work timings are. So I'll tell you what I do. Uh, when I had my first baby, when Ariza was born, uh, I had no idea about how to manage my time. And at that time, my work demanded 14 hours every day. I was a television actress and I was required to shoot 12 hours, and my travel time was a good 2 to 3 hours, which was impossible for me to do. So, the first step that I took to make that made a huge difference in my life was I decided to quit that job. I decided to stop being a television actress and I decided that I want to do something else in which I'm able to manage my time with my baby, with my work, with my other hobbies or interests that I had. And it did take time. It took time. I had to devote a lot of thinking time into trying to understand what to do. What is it in terms of work that I can do if I'm not acting on television, and hence the birth of Shitty Ideas Trending happened. Shitty Ideas Trending was my second baby after Ariza because I wanted to spend time with Ariza. That was the primary reason why Shitty Ideas Trending had started. But at the time of Aram now, because it's very fresh in my mind, my working hours now that Ariza is 6 years old, my working hours had increased because she needed less of my attention. She has a school and she has her classes and she has a lot of other things that she stays busy with. My office hours had gradually increased, but now with the birth of Aram, again I was finding it very very difficult to go to office. So I started with baby steps. First, I started working from home. I would get my laptop home and I would do whatever work I could from home. I would coordinate on the phone, talk to my office staff, and tell them what to do and tell them to send me files for feedback. and I would reply to mails, and I would whatever office work that I was required to do, I would do from home. Uh, Slowly, when I started feeling a little better, I think at about 1 month, when Aram was a month old, I started going to office with Aram, and I started going to office for literally 3 hours. Although Aram used to be with me, I always felt that he is not as comfortable as he is at home. So then I decided that, then I understood from my experience that this was not the best way to manage my working hours. So then, initially it started that I would go to office 3 days a week and stay at home 4 days a week, and then I started taking it up to 4 days a week of work and 3 days at home. Eventually, now the best arrangement that I have figured for myself is that 6 to 7 hours of office is what I need, and I can talk a little bit more about how I make the office time as productive as possible a little later. So 6 to 7 hours of office, and I wake up early. I do my domestic responsibilities. I spend an hour in the gym. I haven't been going to the gym in the last 4 weeks because I've had a fractured foot. So hopefully the cast will be out today or tomorrow, and I'll be able to resume my gym again from Monday. So yeah, domestic responsibilities, an hour of gym in the morning, then I come back home, spend a little more time with Arham, then there are his feeds. All that is taken care of in the morning. I express a feed for him before I go to work. He's also starting the weaning off process a little bit, so he's starting a little bit of solids. So I organize his food before I leave for work. I take my own lunch packet and I take it to office, and I give my undivided attention to office. Thankfully, I have a nanny at home who is there only for those specified number of hours that I'm not at home. I don't have a full-time help. But I think I really want to count my blessings and feel that, okay, at least I'm able to go to office 6 to 7 hours, and if not 8 to 9 hours. Then I come back home from office, and there's Arham, and there are his feeds and his bath time and his bedtime routine, all that I take care of. I put him to bed by 7, and then I spend some undivided time with my daughter Ariza. I put her to bed by 8:30. After I feed her dinner, do her nighttime routine, and at around 8:30, I'm free to do whatever I want because both my kids have gone off to sleep. Now, why and how I'm able to make this routine for myself is primarily because of two reasons. One is because I firmly believe in routines. I firmly believe in making a timetable for yourself and for your baby. First, you make a timetable for your baby, then you make a timetable for yourself. How do you make a timetable for your baby? Is by understanding your baby's needs. What time does he sleep? How much sleep does he need at what time of the day? Like Aram, for example, I know needs half an hour to 40 minutes of sleep in the morning after the morning feed. After the second feed, after the breakfast, he sleeps for 2 to 2.5 hours. And I know that in the evening he needs another half an hour, exactly half an hour of sleep. And then eventually he goes to bed at 7 and he wakes up straight at 7 in the morning. Now, he had a habit of waking up in the middle of the night, which was giving me a lot of sleepless nights. So I very fervently made a bedtime routine for him, and made sure that he started sleeping through the nights, which helped me organize. Once my nights were sorted, it helped me organize my days. Once Aram's routine in the day was sorted, I could make my own routine in the day. Now, my timetable could be very different from yours. Arham's timetable could be very different from your baby's. The important thing is that you notice what your baby does, what are his sleep requirements, what are his feed requirements, what time does he feed, and around that you make a timetable for yourself. For working women who have a 9 to 5 job or any other 9 hour, 10 hour job requirement, it is a matter of personal choice, or a lot of different factors can be deciding factors for you to understand whether that job is for you or not. Because I know a lot of mothers who have a change of job after their baby is born, for the simple reason that they are not able to cope up with the time commitment required. Having said that, there are many offices that give a 6-month maternity leave. So, of course, please make use of that. There's no rush in going back to work. For me, it was a necessity to go back to work because I run my own business, and there are a lot of things which are my own responsibility, and I don't have enough staff to take care of those things for me. If I did, I would have delegated, but the things which I could not delegate, I had to take care of them myself. And because, I mean, yes, my work responsibilities are too high, but the good thing is that it's my own office. I've created a special environment for Aram over there. He has his pram, he has his play space. Even Ariza has her drawing space in my office. There are different things that I've got her colors, her paints, everything. Activities are there for my kids in case I need to bring them to office with me, and it's not avoidable. It's unavoidable. So I think the importance of that routine is the most important thing, because once your baby's routine is set, you can set your own routine. Once your own routine is set, it is important for you, at least I do it, it is so important for me to stick to my routine, and if I cannot stick to my routine, then my whole day goes for a toss. Everything goes haywire. I'm not able to finish my deadlines in office. I'm not able to reach home on time. I just find myself rushing through the day. It's not a happy feeling. It's not a peaceful feeling. So I'm a total, for the lack of a better word, I'm using the word alarm clock, but I'm a total alarm clock person. I always have like 10 different alarms set in my phone. There are reminders to call home, reminders to organize something for Ariza, reminders to organize something for Arham, reminders to eat, even to eat, I need to remember because I'm always so overworked. A reminder to go to the gym, reminder to even, I even have a reminder at 10 o'clock to tell myself to shut everything and go to sleep. Yes, so it really helps. I put reminders to drink water also. I hope whatever I'm saying is making sense to you guys. And I'm sorry I missed all your comments in the middle, but I'd like to know what are the other work a homemaker having baby can start except YouTube? Okay, Neha Verma has that question. So Neha, I think a very do you actually use breast pumps? Yes, I'm going to come to that question. So to answer Neha's question, it's the question that you asked me. I think the answer to that only you know, because your work depends on your talent. What is the talent that you have? What is it that you're good at? What is it that you enjoy doing in life? You design your work around all these things. I knew that my talent lay in acting. I knew that my talent lay in writing. So I created an activity around that. Now I did not have the budget to start a production house. I did not have the connections to pitch a TV show or to make a big budget film. So my best option was YouTube. I created a full-fledged business out of YouTube by only utilizing my talent and enjoying what I do. So what you do, what you enjoy doing is only something that you can tell me. And yes, I use breast pumps. I'm nothing without a breast pump. I love to feed Arham directly, but because I have to go to office and I want him, I don't want him to be deprived of that mother's feed. I do express 1 or 2 feeds in a day. And when Arham was feeding much more frequently, I was pumping much more frequently also, and I was feeding him much more frequently also. But now Arham is taking only five feeds a day. Yeah, so those are big substantial feeds, out of which also 1 feed is solid food. Okay, Pooja Visavadia says, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. I enjoy SIT videos. I have a 7-month-old daughter and I'm about to join my 8-hour job. How to get back into shape while breastfeeding? Getting back into shape is a completely different topic, and I'm going to talk about that in one of my upcoming videos. And I know a lot of you asked me this question about getting into shape. So for now I just want to say that what's the rush? You're breastfeeding, your body, till the time you're breastfeeding, your body is going to hold on to the fat because it's your body's requirement. So why do you want to deprive your body of its basic requirement right now? Don't do that. Barira Bushra Khilchi, also you're asking me to help you guide you to manage your timetable. Again, I would like to say that it is something that only you can do. I can only tell you how you can do it, but ultimately you'll have to do it on your own because your baby would be very different from my own baby. Chhavi Garg, if you want to work with SIT, you can write to, depending on what kind of work you want to do. If you want to act, you write to casting@shittyideastraining.com. If you want to do something else behind the scenes, you write to careers@shittyideastraining.com. Naina Pandit, don't be depressed. There's no point in having phobia about pregnancy. Pregnancy is not something to be scared about. It's something to completely look forward to. I mean, I frequently have these conversations with my husband where I tell him that I want to have another baby, and he freaks out because he doesn't know how beautiful the pregnancy journey is. He only knows how difficult being a father is. So yeah, he says that, oh my God. Okay, Sonal says, I do not get proper sleep as my father-in-law has dinner at 10, then cleaning later, no lady at house, the house is messed up, not able to set a routine. Sonal, so you're not able to get sleep in the night, I completely understand. I mean, it seems like you're talking to me because till the time I also set a routine for myself, my life was pretty much like that. And before I had Aram, my life was all over the place because there was so much going on. WIT was launching, SIT content had to be scheduled for me to be able to take a break. Once Aram was born, Bin Bulai Mehman, our web series was going on. We have a new channel launch coming up, Be Safe it's called, and we have been preparing for that launch from a long time. We were doing it when I was pregnant. My new house was being made, and the company that I had hired to do the house was giving me a lot of stress, and I have had to work till 4 a.m. in the night, in the morning for so many days, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. To be able to finish all that workload that I had on my head. So yes, I understand what you say when you say you're sleep deprived. So what I used to do when I was in such a situation is that I used to take cat naps whenever I had the time. And second thing which really helped me was meditation. So 20 minutes of meditation equal to about 2-3 hours of good sleep. So that used to really refresh me a lot. Okay, so Sheel, you're a single mother. First of all, kudos to you. It's not an easy job. It's a very difficult job, and it's a thankless job. Nobody appreciates you for being a mother and being a single mother. I can only imagine how difficult that must be for you. But I think if you make a routine for your baby and then subsequently a routine for yourself, you will be a happier person. You will be able to take time out for other things as well. And if your baby is refusing to go to anybody else, I don't see that as a problem at all. You keep the baby with you all the time. There is no harm in doing that. Your baby will love you more, and you will love your baby more. And as a single mother, I think you need that bond to be as strong as possible with your baby. So please keep your baby with you in whatever it is that you choose to do in life. I remember at the time of Ariza, I used to be alone at home, and I did have a nanny, but somehow as a new mom, I never felt like giving my baby in anybody's hand. And I remember even going to the loo with Ariza in my hands. Okay. Now, Selvaramya Murugesan. I'm sorry for mispronouncing names. I'm particularly bad at this. She says that I have a 2-year-old girl. She used to sleep at 1 and wakes up at 11 in the morning. How can I change this habit? Okay, I'm going to say this and I'm sure it's going to sound counterproductive, but you start by waking up your baby a little before 11 o'clock. Start by waking her up at 10 o'clock. Then she will get into the routine of sleeping at what time does she sleep? 1 o'clock. She'll apne aap start sleeping at 12 o'clock and waking up at 10 o'clock. When that routine sets, give it 5-6 days, then you start waking her up at 9 o'clock. Then she will start sleeping a little early at 11 o'clock, and subsequently you wake her up at a time that you want her to wake her up, and eventually she'll settle into that routine. But do it gently, because we don't want to be strict with babies. We have to be very gentle with babies. Chalavi Garg, I already answered that question for you. Okay, Anuja Kutatkar, I've taken a break from my work. I want to utilize this time to learn new things to enhance my job skills. Also want to be with my child. Is it possible? Of course it's possible. Why not? I think that's a beautiful thought. If you have a baby, you want to spend more time with the baby, you can also multitask and utilize that time to even hone your skills. And I think that's a great thought. That's somewhat like what I did also. Minu Donia says, I don't seem to be a mother of 2 children. Thank you so much. I think you mean that as a compliment. Thank you so much. What suggestions you give to moms who can't go out and work? Please help. Ratnasri. So I think Ratnasri, with the power of social media, I say this to a lot of people. With the power of social media, you just need to understand what your talent is, and you have the social media at your service to be able to reach out to maximum number of people. Like there is this lady in my building who does food catering from home, She gives out a today's menu every day, and if you want, they're simple two dishes, and if you want to order it, you just tell her in the morning that okay, I want this, I want this. All the houses, we all give her the order, and a home cooked meal is served to our doorstep just in our own building, right? So that's also a thought. So what are you good at? Maybe you can turn that into a business. Sakshi Chaudhary, products that I use for my baby are right now I'm using the Momsco products. Chetra, you're asking me how to make a baby eat solids. I think that's a topic for another live session. I'll definitely cover that. And but for now, if you want to start immediately, I think your pediatrician would be the best person to answer that question because, like I said, every baby's needs are different. My baby's needs may be different from yours. Mahi says, thank you so much. Mahi, that was, is there something else that you asked me or was that it? Just a hi. Asif Khan says every day I try to sleep early but unable to, and I try very hard to sleep at 2 or 3, please. Asif, again, it's, our bodies and babies' bodies are exactly the same. We are all human beings. What you need to do is first start setting an alarm clock for morning. Wake up in the morning every day and you write back to me and you tell me if on the 5th day you will not get sleep in the night. You will. It's only a matter of time. You have to just start making that effort, waking up in the morning at the same time every day. Do that. That is the first step to achieving any kind of routine for you or for your baby. Wake up at the same time every day, no matter what. No matter how bad your sleep was, no matter how much you slept, even if you slept for half an hour, wake up at the same time every morning. I have been doing that for the last 6 years. 7 years. 7.5 years. Varsha Tiwari, hi. Ratnasri, I already answered that question for you. You are asking me the same question again. Zara Kidwai, so the simplest thing to do to fix timings with your baby is to wake him or her up at the same time every morning. Okay, guys, so I think that I pretty much answered everyone's questions, and I don't see any other question here which is different. Elder daughter, okay. Sonal Gupta, I'll tell you how I manage my elder daughter. I wake up in the morning and I bathe her, get her ready for school. My husband takes her down and drops her to the school bus. The bus comes to the building gate. We pack her tiffins and everything that she has to take. Okay, she goes to school and she comes back straight at 4:30. I like to take help. I think there is no harm in asking people for help, especially when you're a mother of two and a working mother of two. You should not shy away from asking people for help. I ask my neighbors for help a lot, especially when I don't have help at home. Nowadays, I have a very sweet lady who works at my house. She basically takes care of the kitchen. But if I request her, if I'm not at home and Mohit is not at home and I really have no other choice, I also like to call my in-laws every now and then. They come over and they help me out with Ariza. But if nothing else is there, then I ask that lady to help me. She drops Ariza to her class. I put her in some classes in the building itself. She goes, drops her, picks her up, and by that time, by 6 o'clock, I anyway come back home. So it's that 1.5 hours in the middle which sometimes get challenging. But I think I take each day as it comes and I manage pretty well. And when all else fails, I just bring my laptop home, come back home early, and I spend time with my daughter. I spend time with Aram, and I do my work from home. Sometimes I have to scold Ariza to tell her that shush, let Mama work. Mama has to reply to this mail. You sit there quietly for 5 minutes. Let's see how long you can sit for. And she always falls for that challenge. And sweetie pie, she just sits there and lets me finish my work. Yes, Meenu, my husband does help me in household chores because it's not just my house, it's his house also. They're not just my babies, they're his babies also. He loves them equally and he loves the house equally. We both built the house together, we both built a life together. So we like to live it together. So I help him in office work and he helps me in the housework, and everywhere our responsibilities are 50-50. And guys, on that note, I just want to tell you that I'm shooting today. and my whole unit is waiting for me. It's been half an hour since I've been with you guys, and I think it's very unfair to them that I keep them waiting, because they all want to go back, pack up, and go back home on time, and so do I, because even I want to reach home by 6, 7 max, so that I don't have help after that. So everything that I have to plan in the day, it has to be before 6 o'clock. So I want to finish my shoot and go back home. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and please share this video with anyone who you think it might benefit. And if there are any questions that I couldn't answer today, I'm really sorry for that. Please leave me a comment, or you can also inbox me on my Instagram. And if I don't reply to you personally, if I don't type out a reply for you personally, please remember that I've read your message. It's there in my mind, and very soon I'll do a video about it, and I'll talk about it in a video, only because it saves me a lot of time. So guys, I hope that you guys had fun with me, and I am going to now say bye bye to you. This is me signing out. Love and peace from me to you. And I'm just trying to figure out how to end the live session.